The news at the South. Recent investigation into Johannesburg electricity utility City Power has reported concerns about fake qualifications and improper appointment processes within the utility. Now, it's reported that individuals with fake qualifications have been appointed to key positions, severely impacting the utility's effectiveness. This comes as the city of Johannesburg grapples with ongoing service failures and also frequent power outages. These findings highlight deep-rooted governance issues threatening the stability of critical infrastructure. Right, so Regional Deputy Chairperson of SAMWU, Lebogang Ndawo, joins us now for comment. Lebogang, good evening. Thank you for making time to chat with us here on the SABC.
Good evening to you and all the viewers.
Let's perhaps start off by getting SAMWU's reaction at this point in lieu of what's come to the fore.
It's really concerning when you read the allegations that are levied against the individuals mentioned in the article. So as SAMWU, we are always advocating that everyone is equal in front of the law. So whether they are senior managers or not, a proper process must then be ensued. So they must be subjected to a proper process that will then investigate the legitimacy of their qualifications or prove otherwise. And if it proves otherwise, we then expect that proper consequence management is then done, not only to those that would be perpetrators, but to even those that are responsible for the appointment of the persons that have been accused of fraudulently submitting falsified qualifications.
And so as we look at the questionable recruitment process, just in response from some of your members, have there been questions, have there been complaints with regards to that? But also if we're looking at the enabling environment, what is coming to the fore as we speak? Who ultimately takes responsibility for this?
Under normal circumstances, it should be the head of City Power. He's responsible for all that happens there. So that's what you would say. The buck stops with him. But even the boards, they must then account what role did they play in all the activities that has happened, because they are there for a specific function and they are there with the trust of the citizens and residents of Johannesburg. And we know the problems that City Power has been under, the financial problems that are there. And now with the questions of people being appointed with questionable qualifications, one cannot wait or just hold there and not see the correlation between the mismanagement, poor performance, maladministration, and the irregular appointments that are then happening. But we still are part of the rule of law. We support the rule of law, and we are saying let City Power investigate the allegations, because they are one of a serious one. We know that these allegations can lead to criminal or even civil litigation. So we urge them that let that process start ASAP, so that everybody can then have closure in the matter, including those that are being accused of the allegation.
All right, in lieu of what has transpired, are we also able to quantify the losses at this point? Even just, correcting the trust deficit that comes as a result. Talk to us a little bit more about that, even the call to action at this point. What is that consequence management looking like from your vantage point as SAMWU?
We know that there's, in terms of case law, we are guided. In terms of the legal framework, we know that the NQF National Qualification Framework Amendment Act, it then criminalized such an action. We know that there's case laws where there's people that have been instructed by the court to pay back the money that they've received from the transaction, even to even go and tamper into their pension funds. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the harshest sentence. If then it's proven that the qualifications are fraudulent, we expect all the remuneration that was given to or has been enjoyed by the perpetrators to then be recouped, and we expect criminal cases to be opened in that instance.
All right, because we're obviously also looking at the timing of all of this that's coming to the fore. We're edging closer to local government elections next year as well. What impact do you think this is also going to be having at large?
City Power is one of the key municipal entities that you have. So we were recently concerned about the financial implications of the missing or mismanagement of funds, which amounted to in excess of 12 billion. Now we know that citizens, which are the ones that are going to suffer, definitely are going to suffer with this, and we hope for this matter to be resolved as soon as possible so that the public can still have trust in the organization, and the public can then still get the service that they deserve, because it can't be correct that the citizens of Johannesburg are compromised because of a few individuals. So we take this as a very serious issue, even in terms of the local government elections that are coming. We just hope that we'll have a successful, free and fair elections without any disruptions, whether from electricity or water. So that's why we advocate for a speedy resolution in terms of this matter.
All right, Lebogang, thank you for your time. Transparency and accountability is much needed. Let's leave our conversation there for now. Deputy Chairperson of SAMWU, Lebogang Ndawo, weighing in. They're obviously just looking at some of the issues regarding fake qualifications and also just poor appointments, the impact it's had on City Power at large. Just to also update our viewers, the late edition would also like our viewers to know that the City Power was invited for the discussion on this matter, but they were seemingly unable to join us tonight. As it stands, late edition, of course, remains ready to afford the utility the right of reply. And so we'll continue to monitor those developments as it unfolds.